96.1 FM and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Light me up like a Christmas tree. By the way, actually just walk outside because that's how I feel. I'm like a flame, baby. I'm burning. I'm on fire. We got baseball this Thursday. It's going to happen. FYI, welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour. But hashtag, what is it? Boycott baseball. And the middle finger, okay? I'm serious about that. And by the way, if you would have looked at how many people made fun of all you stupid morons who are like, boycott baseball, ha, ha, ha. Trust me, I will make fun of you during Hardwood. I got Rob Fisher, that's right, at 1:30 today. And yes, it is Sports 56 Happy Hour with your good friend Johnny Radio. Never forget my good buddy Gabe Kuhn. At G_Coon71. Gabe, how are you doing, my friend?
I am doing fantastic. I can't complain.
Nice.
Obviously, still some crazy stuff going on in the world, but I saw you today, man. Probably do the best interview I've ever seen with you in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You couldn't wipe a smile off your face, though.
I had
that
fun.
Smile was on there the whole
I was having fun,
3.5 minutes.
You know what I actually saw?
Might have been with the best journalists in this market.
I was going to say, Keegan, congratulations to Keegan, but her daddy who's joining me, seeing a dad and his daughter, just the way that they interacted before, during, and after the interview, I got to say one thing. Rob Fisher's always been somebody I looked up to as a journalist, but looking up to him as a father as well, because he's just one hell of a dad. By the way, Keegan, good thing she's 8, son. Because both of us would be in some deep S because she's going to be very, very good at this one day, trust me. Now, we have some weird stuff to get into today. Like, I got to talk about, is Antonio Brown a bleeping Hall of Famer? And this is a real serious conversation, actually. Like, people are having this all over Twitter. It was on, what is that show, FS1, with that Nick dude?
No, it
was with Nick.
Nick writes one. Oh,
yeah, you know
gosh,
what I'm talking
I can't think. They have Speak for Yourself, they
Yes,
have Undisputed,
it was Westbrook and Nick and some other old man.
Oh, my gosh. First things first.
Thank you. Good job. Man, you're good at this. You're a lot better than me. Then you go over to, because, you know, ESPN was full of soccer and tennis, and I love all of y'all, and I look for sports, but honestly, cornhole reminds me of soccer and tennis, to be honest with you. What, cornhole and, wait, what is it? What is it, shoehorns they used to do back in the day? Is that where you used to throw a, do they even do that anymore? Because they're like, we don't have shoehorns. But do you know what I'm talking about? Is that what cornhole replaced shoehorns?
What is shoehorns?
Or something like
Horseshoe?
that. Horseshoe, whatever.
Who really just called horseshoes shoehorns?
Like I actually
You know what a
played.
shoehorn is, though, right?
Isn't that the thing you put on a horse's foot?
That's a horseshoe.
Okay, a horseshoe.
It's a shoe for a horse, so it's a horseshoe.
I think again,
a shoehorn.
Okay, so,
hold up.
Time out.
Time out real quick. I have to tell you what a shoehorn is. A shoehorn is the little thing that, like, when you have nice shoes, you, like, shove it under your heels so you can, like, put your foot in your shoe without bending the. Rob Fisher probably knows a lot about a shoehorn.
I'm gonna cry, and he's on the show today, so that works out great. But yeah, what did you call them? Horseshoes?
Yeah,
the horseshoes.
Shoes for horses are called horseshoes.
Just so you know, I just realized because we don't have horses anymore, cornhole replaced horseshoes, didn't it? Like that was just my sleuthing today. Like, 'cause people who didn't do anything but like dip tobacco, drink a bunch of whiskey, and they'd throw a horseshoe. Because what else did the hell they have around? And they'd always have like I've been John Henry's hammer over here beating down a railroad all day. So they'd have a railroad spike to throw their horseshoe. So now cornhole's replacing that. You're laughing at me and you're wondering, why am I bringing something up as stupid as this? I'm bringing this up because literally people have hashtag boycott baseball. It's going around as much as Peter King saying that he disagrees that Cam Newton is a lock to be the starting quarterback. I don't know which one of them's more full of S, to be honest with you, and I don't know another nice way to put it. Jared Stidham doesn't have a chance in bleep. And when baseball starts on Thursday, if you like baseball in the nation's capital, and to say, and Dr. Fauci's throwing out the first pitch, I can't believe. What the hell kind of... Are you just following Dwight Howard? Are you an anti-vaxxer?
We talked enough about Dwight Howard. Let's leave him out today.
No, I'm just saying, where else would you get this news from?
Unfortunately, this is breaking news, so I have to start
you got to tell me.
On a not great note today.
Oh,
not great note out of Grizzlies Nation. Here we go.
Don't tell me it's
Justice
injury.
Winslow, just a release from the Grizzlies as of a minute ago. During Monday's practice, Justice Winslow fell after absorbing contact in a scrimmage, and he hit his hip. It revealed a hip injury, and he will be out the rest of the season. But they do say he is expected to make a full recovery.
No justice, no peace. No justice. You know what? Now I understand why people are saying Portland. Portland would be a better somebody came out and said maybe Portland would be. Did they already know about the Justice Winslow injury, or were they just already dissing basically the Grizzlies? Because I did see some things that I was going to talk about, Gabe, and I read this straight up today, and I was ticked off like a mug. It was Danny Green's comments that he doesn't worry about the Grizzlies, but he's scared to death of Portland because not scared to death. He didn't say that. He just says that the Trailblazers would be a much more difficult out than the Memphis Grizzlies in that young roster.
I will
did he
say
know
now,
about the injury? Because
I don't
he did
know.
this afternoon.
I don't think he did, because this has been sort of everybody's conversation about the Trailblazers and the Pelicans being more of a threat than the Grizzlies. But this definitely does hamper some of the Grizzlies' plans. I mean, this is I think a lot of fans wanted to see Justice in action.
I hear what you're saying. Everybody's wanted to see Justice in so many different arenas. But no.
Definitely makes you nervous, too, about the trade.
I hear what you're saying. It does it and it doesn't. He's going to have a full recovery. This is a weird situation. And, again, they're playing the Lakers. They just have to get the 8 seed. Ja Morant's going to get the Rookie of the Year. We saw what the number 2 pick is. We've seen, by the way, do you remember Taylor Jenkins, who didn't even have a Wikipedia page this year? He's actually got one now, by the way. He's done a hell of a job. He gets them to the 8 seed without Justice Winslow. Ja does his thing, has a great second half. Trey J grows a little bit. You see what JV's got. You see what Clark's doing. I'm sorry, I disagree. I'm not as much worried about it as much as I want to see Justice. And everybody, when he was at Duke and he went to Miami, everybody had this vision that he was going to be the next Dwayne Wade. Now that was like I told y'all, that was like this doing like a lot of good yayo right there before you watch the draft or something. But no, now he's with the Grizzlies. Can he be a piece going forward? Yes, he's going to piece, and you're going to laugh at me when I say this. This is actually a good thing. You know why? Because it's going to make him look at himself a little bit different in the mirror. It's going to make him say, I need to work harder. I am so fragile right now. Am I really going to go out like that? You know what I mean? Like that. People out there, if you're a baller and you're a true baller, which I think Justice Winslow is one of those guys who does not want to go out like a punk. He doesn't want to go out as the guy who's, I just didn't make it. He wants to go out there and be a part of something. And I think with Ja and Trey J and him missing this and him having to do nothing but rehab, I think next year he comes back and he says, I want to be a part of something. And that could be a part of Taylor Jenkins and this growing beast that is, I think, going to be the Grizzlies in the next couple years. So I just want to leave it at that. But you know what time it is, by the way, Gabe? Let's do the leadoff.
start with some NFL news. We talked yesterday about how the NFL sort of hadn't taken any steps. Well, after their meeting yesterday, they have. And some of these new developments are for their players. And the main parts of the development is no preseason games and testing every day for the first 2 weeks of camp. And then they'll reevaluate how many tests they're going to give after that period. We talked about it yesterday. They hadn't done enough until yesterday.
Okay.
Have enough questions, though, been answered?
One, we couldn't answer any of this. Why? What were they doing yesterday while we were on the air?
Having a meeting.
That's right. Trying to come up with this. This is what they came out of their meeting with. Is this, to me, sufficient? Not really. You have 2 weeks. We're going to test every day for 2 weeks. And then we're going to revisit this. You're talking about a league that's already talked about how they're going to lose, and I did the math, $3.2 billion on the front end in just gate money. Then they're going to lose money just period for all kinds of other reasons. They're going to have it. They're 4 preseason games out the window, not one pay. How many people out there realize that you as a season ticket holder have to buy the tickets to the preseason games? Also, parking pass. So if you have a parking pass, you have to buy them to the preseason game. And guess what? There is nothing, not one penny. That's why we talk about the NFL opening up the books. Do you know that not one penny of the preseason goes to an NFL coach, to an NFL player, to an NFL doctor, to I don't think a damn person except for maybe the person that serves, get minimum wage, giving you popcorn. You know what I mean? Like, it is embarrassing. All that revenue was unequivocally, the reason they didn't cut 4 games and they would rather keep 4 games, because, you know, the NFL, I don't know if you remember this, years back, the NFL said, if you cut 3 preseason games, we'll give you 17 weeks. NFL said, 1 preseason week? Hell no. For 1 regular season game? No, dude, do the math. 3 games where we don't give you any of the money, and it doesn't matter if Bobby Joe is wearing your thing. You know what I mean? If they're running out there a pass route, you know what I mean? You got some kid from college throwing you a pass route, all that revenue. So, the NFL, the preseason, this is the one thing I want to get after, Gabe, is I think they did prove one thing. I think now at the next CBA table in 2021, NFL preseason will never, after this year, be more than 2 games, let alone 1. Never more than 2 games.
I just have one question about the pandemic response, health and safety part of it. Is there an opt-out clause? I have yet to see that on the table. I have yet to see them mention that. I think there needs to be. It seems very, very obvious with the amount of people you have and the amount of people you probably have.
NFL's already said if you don't play, you don't get paid. They have non-guaranteed contracts. You actually, the NFL, the way they have it set up, I don't know if you realize this.
But again, they need a fair opt-out clause.
I hear what you're saying. No, you're right. That's why, did you hear what the first thing I mentioned was? The reason I went to the preseason, because that was the first thing I wanted to address. Now, the second thing, the first thing I said, it was hell no, not enough, right? Because they said for 2 weeks, we're going to test every day. Do you not remember them bragging about those 3 centers that they said they could do like 3,000 tests a day and all this stuff? In each center, I'm saying. Well, they just now said for only 2 weeks they're going to do it, and then they'll readdress the situation, okay? They haven't promised the players any extra money. They've just got rid of the preseason. And yes, at least that the regular season, when the players do play, they'll be getting paid. But again, what about their families? What about what happens if somebody does get coronavirus? They have not fixed any of that. So if I'm an NFL player, I'm going to be all over # boycott baseball. I'm like, #wake up football. You need us. The country needs us. Let's do this.
Staying in the NFL. Newly paid Chiefs D tackle Chris Jones just got a huge contract. He was on KCSP 610 Sports Talk Radio. I believe it's in KC. And this was the quote. We plan to have another parade and another parade and another parade. We're going to make sure we bring not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5+ rings to Kansas City. It's been 50 years of waiting, but the wait is over now. It's time to create a dynasty. On the surface, that's a whole lot. 5 is a lot of Super Bowls. But is this realistic given that they just locked up Mahomes for 12 years?
Absolutely, unequivocally. All you imbeciles and all you supposed sports geniuses, Tom Brady had to go to, 9 Super Bowls. He had to, they went to so many championships. They won so many divisions. It's impossible. Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl in his first year. Patrick Mahomes is the best throwing quarterback I've ever seen in my life. He's the only person that's worth a 10-year an extension, basically a 12-year contract, period. Patrick Mahomes throws the ball looking at the coach, winking at a girl. Then he also flips off a player, and then he throws a bullet strike right over to Tyreek Hill for a touchdown, and then he blows kisses to his girlfriend. Mwah, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? He is different. He is Michael Jordan on a football field. I never thought it could exist outside of the position of Lawrence Taylor because he brought so much havoc. And in all honesty, I never thought you could see a player control a game unless it was seriously from the defensive end. A Charles Woodson, a Lawrence Taylor, a Deacon Jones, a guy, an Aaron Donald, a guy who's going to make your offense so bleeped up, there's nothing you can do. Who you gonna bleep up? Patrick Mahomes. He don't give a damn, man. Dude's done nothing but win. And by the way, he is a coin flip away from 2 Super Bowl wins because they beat the bleep out the Rams, let me tell you. Tom Brady doesn't go down and score and beat Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes already has 2 of them damn things, son. And I'm gonna read this to you real quick, Mr. Gabe Kuhn. Patrick Mahomes is locked up to 2031. Chris Jones, best defensive players, right? He's locked up to 2023. Travis Kelce, best wide receiver actually on the team, even though he plays tight end. Locked up to 2021 with an option for 2022, so they can't just get rid of him. A team just can't come and take him away. Tyreek Hill is locked up to 2022. Whoa! Do you know who Mr. Mitchell Schwartz is?
Oh, gosh, most underrated tackle in the league.
Thank you very much. I was getting ready to say it. Nobody even talks about this guy. He protects Patrick Mahomes, but nobody even says anything about him. It's kind of weird. But do you know he's locked up to 2022? Did you know that Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, dun, 2021, and Frank Clark, holy cow, I'd say the 4th best player on the defensive side. But the fact that you look at his contract and he's locked up to 2023, you're like, damn, I'm going to keep him around. You're telling me that you can't use those 7 players and build around them with Andy bleeping Reid in Kansas City? And I'm going to tell you another thing is, look at what they've done against their division, the AFC West. It's absolutely hilarious. They beat them down like it's going out of style. Did you know that Kansas City Royals, they take the Broncos and they slap them around like, I own you. The Raiders, they show up and they just shiver. Oh, damn, it's them again. And then not even a fan shows up before COVID-19 when they go to the Chargers, unless they're there to root on Patrick Mahomes. So what I'm saying is they own the West. They own the AFC. Tom Brady's in the NFC. Cam Newton in the Bill Belichick Patriots are what stands in the way of right now him being in every Super Bowl for the next few years. Or people are going to argue with me like you saying Lamar Jackson Kiss my you-know-what. Lamar Jackson, we saw him in the playoffs last year. Patrick Mahomes has never lost a playoff game in regular time. Did you know that?
Yep.
They lost in extra time.
And I did not
because of
argue
a
anything
flipped
about Lamar
coin.
Jackson beating him, by the way. Just so we're clear.
Oh, wait. Are you sure?
I never
Are you
argued
sure?
that. I never argued that, I promise.
I thought that was you, or was that some?
It could have been someone else.
One of y'all,
Wasn't
one
me.
person had
Wasn't
said
me.
that they would take. It could be Drew Barrett said that they would take Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah. You talking
over
about that homer, that
Patrick
Baltimore
Mahomes.
homer?
That's probably what it was. And I was like, "Are you on meth right now, sir?"
Now, we talked about some possible NBA champs. I asked you for sleepers. You ended up giving me the Bucks as a team that probably
You
is
laughed
outside
at
of
me
the
yesterday.
LA teams that you actually think could win the whole thing. Now, I want some MLB picks.
Got it.
What?
Sleepers, right?
Whoever you think
Picks,
can win. What
sleepers.
teams are you looking to
Man.
for a 60-game season? Is it? Or do you have sleepers, or is it just
I
usual?
got everything. Let me tell you something. Here's what I got. I'm going to tell you something. Let's just be honest right now where we're at. You look at what's going on in the National League, and there is an underdog, what I want to talk to you about, and it's called the Atlanta Braves, okay? You have Mike Soroka, most underrated pitcher in possibly all of baseball. Max Fried is number 2. You have, this guy named Mike Fulton-Nuevich as your number 3. And then did you see Cole Hamels, and he's your number bleeping 4? Not bad. I know he's 36, but he's still your number 4. And he's always been a slow, crafty lefty. So don't give me any of that BS. Oh, he's gotten old. He never threw the ball hard ever. Dude. So then you have, number 5, Sean Newcomb, who might have the best stuff, but the damn dude sometimes just can't find the strike zone. So that top 5 is pretty nasty, but here's what I wanted to give to you. What last year, we know Freddie Freeman has his second chance on life. Ronald Acuna, I'm in love with. Ozzie Albies, you've got young love out there. You know what I mean by that? Austin Riley, by the way, can hit home runs like a mug. But do you know what the best part about why I'm bringing this up? In a short season, your bullpen. And this is why I'm going to give you these two teams. Who's the closer this year for the Braves? Mark Melancon. You know what their closer was last year? Luke Jackson. He's their number 4 pitcher. He comes in the 6th inning. They got Luke Jackson. They got Shane Green. They got Will Smith. And I ain't talking getting jiggy with it, baby. I'm talking Will Smith, the pitcher, baby. And then they have Mark Melancon. You have 4 damn studs in the bullpen. In a 60-game season, how big is that going to be? Your 4th pitcher got last year. I'm gonna look at this up to make sure I get it right. He got 18 saves, 9 wins, 9 homes, and 106 strikeouts in 72 innings. That's your number 4. So that's the Braves. Now, let's go look in the American League. Look in them binoculars. Let's be real. Okay. Well, guess what? I'll tell you about it at 145, maybe 150, because coming up on the other side, Rob Fisher. We're going deep inside the bubble. We're going to talk about everything, this thing, that thing, and other things. But first and foremost, I always got to remind you, thank you so much to Family Leisure, because this is Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. And remember something, if you look at me right now, that means you're checking us out on Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, and by the way, I think me and Gabe are looking pretty good today. At least we're trying. We styling and profiling, but we're right here. And don't forget, two FM stations, 96.1, 87.7 FM, and don't forget the original gangster AM 560. But we're going to come back with the one, the only, the Fish Nation sideline reporter for the Grizzlies. Now, I will tell you this. I did give him a challenge, Mr. Gabe Kuhn, and I got a question. What challenge do you think I put out for Rob Fisher? You're going to be probably kind of surprised on this one.
What is the challenge?
Okay, so what is one of the things that Rob Fisher's game is strongest on? Like,
shoe game.
Oh, so do you know Chelsea Chandler?
I do.
So Chelsea Chandler and Rob Fisher, both in media here. You know, Rob over at sideline reporter for the Grizzlies. You have Chelsea. She's over there at Local 24 News. And both of them are really good friends, nice people. And they both have very strong shoe games. But a lot of times, because they're on TV, they don't get a lot of love on their shoe game. Well, last week they were dropping out some stuff, so I dropped out a challenge on who has the best shoe game. I want y'all to hit me up at 67129. Check them out on Twitter. Vote on who has the best shoe game in the city of Memphis, period. Is it Chelsea Chandler or is it Rob Fisher? We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurts. Weekdays from 7 to 10. Only on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
What do you want to da-da-da? What do you want to da-da-da? I have no idea what to da-da-da. We could switch to Progressive da. Oh, yeah? We could switch to Progressive and sa. Okay. We could sa and have to buy some za. Oh, yeah. Let's switch to Progressive da and get some za with the money we saw. Yeah. Now we know we're gonna da-da-da.
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. It might just be the most normal thing you da-da-da.
Quote to da at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper. 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase. And 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
For if we don't find the next whiskey bar. Telling you, man, do I sound like Jim Morrison? So I don't sound drunk in a bathtub having a bad night. Good. Okay. Just making sure. But he did sound good there. He did sound good there, I'll tell you that. I love me some Jim. I love me some old good music. But I will tell you one thing. I also like talking about some really cool stuff. And I love baseball, and I love people that love baseball. I'm in Hoop City. I also love people that love basketball and the Grizzlies. Well, I get both with one of my very good friends who I'm also very impressed and proud of. And I do have to say before I even bring him on, because if I pushed anything, he'd say something. But I'm going to bring him on now after I say this. Damn, man, I'm impressed. You're one of the best fathers I've ever seen. Rob Fisher, how's life treating you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Man, I am blessed. I'm happy. I'm excited about Thursday. I feel like a 2-year-old child. We actually did our fantasy draft this year. I've got like bets out for who wins this year's World Series and divisions and stuff, you know. So yes, I'm very, very dang excited, and I'm joking. I mean, I'm not joking when I say this. I lost my mind when I woke up this morning and I saw that hashtag boycott baseball, and I literally almost said to myself, because when I saw that it was trending, I first thought it was going to be really bad. But then I saw like 39 people who were like, boycott baseball. And I saw like 27,000 people who made fun of them. They're like, if you can't figure out now that this isn't disrespect to the people who have fought for this country, this is no disrespect to America, we're at a different time, then, well, we'll lose 39 people. I loved how people are like, I laughed at one of them. They were like, so we'll see you, I guess, at 6 o'clock in the morning watching bowling, straight into soccer, and then you're going to turn off the TV the rest of the day. Like, come on now.
The people who don't like baseball don't like baseball. I mean, that's fine. Whatever.
Fine.
But to try and convince everybody is just silly. I mean,
especially
today. Absolutely, baseball's had some problems. And have they stepped on their own toes a lot of the time? Yeah, they absolutely have done that too. But it's still a game, and it's still a great game of baseball. And you know,
honestly,
fans, I think baseball.
I think they got more fans yesterday. I think they got more fans. I think
they'll get more fans starting Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. I thought like by kneeling and actually having a manager who's kneeling, and I just thought the up and down respect that they showed. Also saying that, hey, we need change. And I mean, there's nobody in the stands. It was a preseason game. People, I thought they were making a big deal out of it. I laughed so hard. So I will say, it does feel good to know that this is just like when I woke up this morning and saw that trending. This was more so just people making fun of those imbeciles, right?
Yeah, I would guess. I mean, that would.
Amen.
Yeah, that'd be my assumption as well. But screw that, because I'm ready for Thursday. I'm excited about the season starting, and I think it'll be interesting. It's a dash for the cash, man. I mean, 60-game schedule, and
60 games, 66 days.
You go into the season, basically, it's open for anybody. I mean, how many times have we seen throughout the years where some of the worst teams in the league get off to good starts, and because they're young and you don't know much about them, and over the grind of 162 games, maybe it doesn't work out for them and they end up falling to the pack, but they could get off to good starts. The Marlins have done it many times in the past where they've gotten off to good starts. The Pirates have gotten off to good starts when they haven't had great teams. The Oakland A's have gotten off to great starts when they have had young teams that weren't supposed to contend. And, this year you get off to a great start and it puts you in contention. I was looking at some of the preseason prognostications for Major League Baseball, and it's amazing how many different teams are selected to win division titles from these preseason picks.
I thought it was fun, actually.
The National League Central, you've seen the Cardinals, the Brewers, the Cubs, and the Reds. I mean, all four of them you've seen. The American League Central, you've seen the Twins, the Indians, and even the White Sox are getting a whole lot of love this year. And
which I think they need to pump those brakes. I've smoked some. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe not yet. I mean, they're one of those teams that are young and dumb. And what if they get off to a great start? I mean, you get off to a great
Tim
start.
Anderson, I know what you're saying. Nomar Mazzara, if he gets healthy. You have Jose Abreu still over there waiting for Yan Mikata. I keep hearing that. But if Lucas Giolito's really going to lead this damn team, I think they're smoking some major, you know what I'm saying over there. And I know they get to play Detroit, who's really damn bad. But, dude, I'm telling you, watch out for Cleveland. Watch out for Minnesota.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Those two teams, I think, are your front runners. But you have seen Chicago mentioned. I mean, I saw something today.
That is true. Now, actually, it made me cry. Actually, three people.
One sportsbook has more bets for Chicago winning the World Series than any other team.
That's funny. I was getting ready to say, one of my favorite places in the whole world is Fantrax. And I don't know if you've been there. It's a very stat-driven type of website, and they have 24 basic MLB guys, and 3 of them had the White Sox. 5 had the Indians. Shockingly, I'm sorry. It's actually they have 30. They have 32 for 32. So it was. I'm sorry, 3 White Sox, 6 Indians, and 24 Twins. So those are their expert picks. And you see what I'm saying? A couple of people still pick the White Sox. So everybody, you can say, you can look at this, but I feel like the Twins and Indians, because Twins, Jose, Berrios, people forget about him. They can hit the ball hard as hell. But I like Shane because I'm a believer, baby. I'm a believer. I think Shane Belieber and Mike Clevenger's goofy you-know-what. I think Cleveland's got a chance that I think the Indians are the one that's going to come out of the AL Central.
Yeah, and but I think it's great because every division has multiple teams other than the National League West.
Yeah, true that. Dodgers.
Maybe
Dodgers.
the American League East.
Well, so Dodgers and Yanks. Yes, good idea. You're right.
Even in those divisions, you got the Rays could be a wild card team.
A lot of people, by the way, do you know that? By the way, do you know that 12 people on that picked the Tampa Bay Rays because of their young pitching staff?
Yeah, I mean, and San Diego Padres are a team that many are looking at in the National League West. Maybe not contending with the Dodgers, but contending for a wild card spot. The East has got 3 teams that you're looking at. So. I mean, I think it's wide open, and that makes it exciting. And over a 162-game grind, well, maybe it's not this wide open, and we could eliminate some of those teams right off the bat. But in a 60-game sprint, hey, I think it's wide open. I think that's exciting.
All right, hold on, I got to interrupt you right now.
Sports is exciting.
I got people out there who are wondering what the hell's going on. They're like, John Harden's talking with the Rob Fisher, sideline reporter for the Grizzlies, nothing but baseball. But isn't it today that at 2:30 you're doing a preview of the Odd Couple, MLB, nothing but MLB, right, today?
Yeah, today we're recording the latest Odds Couple, which has been
tearing
it's been
it up.
tough. It's been on hiatus because there haven't been any games to talk about.
That's why I'm saying you've been tearing it up, dude. Can't lose.
Yeah, we did an NFL draft show. We did a preview of the golf season, and today we're recording. It'll drop tomorrow. The Odds Couple on Grind City Media, a preview of the Major League Baseball season, and then a week from tomorrow we'll drop a preview of the NBA season resuming as well. So. We'll have a couple of shows here over the next couple of weeks on Grind City Media, and it'll come out tomorrow. The Odds Couple previewing the Major League Baseball season. Craig Unger, president of the Redbirds, he's going to join us as well. You know how big of a baseball fan he is. So we're going to talk some baseball with him and some of the ramifications for the Redbirds as well, and, their season being shut down and what that means. So we'll talk about those things with Craig, and then we'll look at all the odds and all the numbers and for the upcoming season. And some of them, I mean, it's crazy in a 60-game season. The over-under for home runs is 20.5 to lead the league. And you think in a 60-game season...
Wasn't it that year in 1998, Sammy Sosa, I think, what was it, 21 in a month, July?
In a month, yeah.
Yeah.
After he had, I think he had 9 in the first 48 games, and then he had like 21 in the next...
crazy.
22 games or something crazy like that, yeah.
Well, this year, you're right. Everything is, it's all about everything. But I'm going to ask you something. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you heard any of the first segment because you're a very busy human being, and you're a great dad and you do so many wonderful things. But I talked about how Atlanta, with they have Mike Soroka and Max Fried and Mike Fulton-Awavich, and you get Cole Hamels as your 4 pitcher. Sean Newcomb is your 5. I mean, if he can just find the damn strike zone, he is nasty. But the thing is last year Luke Jackson was their main pitcher in the bullpen. And then this year, he's their number 4. He's the guy who's going to come in the 6th inning. And in the 7th, you're going to have Shane Green. And in the 8th, you're going to have Will Damn Smith getting jiggy with it. And then Mark Melanson to close things out. When you look at that starting pitching, you have Freddie Freeman, who has a new lease on life. You have one of the greatest young kids in Ronald Acuna. You love Ozzie Albies. Heck, if you like Vanderbilt, you probably think Dansby's going to do something. You know what I mean? They're young. They're talented. It just feels like in a small season, they could get hot. Am I crazy?
No, I love the Braves this year, and I think they've, we've seen their growth, and they've done it the right way. 2 years ago, I think they were a little ahead of schedule, really kind of contending for a playoff spot and really not being they were a tough out for everybody that they played, and I think they were a little further ahead than what people thought they would be. And then last year they were a terrific team, and they got a taste of playoff experience, despite it blowing out at the end to St. Louis. But, I think the Braves, those young guys that you just mentioned, you've seen them progress over the last couple of years, and they make that next progression. And with that lineup and with a solid guy like Freddie in the middle, and then the rotation that you're talking about, I don't see why the Braves shouldn't be a contender this year. And looking at the odds last night, the Braves have the second best odds to win the World Series in the National League, behind only the Dodgers. So, and I think that's right. And I love their manager, Brian Snitker. And in a short season, man, it's going to be about chemistry, and it's going to be about staying healthy, and it's going to be about guys coming together quickly. And I think Snitker is a great guy to be in charge of something like that for the Braves.
Now, I know you're a big Cardinals fan. I ain't going to do this to you because I know it's there's a lot of questions. God, dog from the bullpen is the last 5th starter. What's going to happen? Dude, I ain't got that much time. I love you. But I want to get to the Grizz, and I want to get to this bubble. I want to get to Dwight Howard, anti-vaxxer. I want to get to the craziness. And I want to get to Justice. What do you know about Justice Winslow?
Just what I saw today.
What you've heard. Just he's this year he's done, right?
Yeah, and it's too bad. I mean, he was scheduled to make his Grizzlies debut when the season was halted back in Portland in mid-March, and he was ready to go. And
then we had COVID.
Then giving him all this time to get healthy, and everything was looking great, and he was ready to go. And then now he injures himself yesterday, and he's done for the season. And it's too bad because that's one of the things with the Grizzlies, I think, that kind of made them an unknown going into the restart of the NBA season. A guy who's going to play a major part in your team, yet there's no film on him being with the team. So I thought that was great for the Grizzlies, and it's really unfortunate that that's not going to happen now.
Well, this is why I wanted to ask you that question. I'm sorry I was interrupting you to try to get there because I know I'm running low on time. But I got to know, like Danny Greens goes on live TV basically right before the Justice Winslow information comes out. And he basically says and usually you don't hear players say this, especially when they play for the number 1 seed in the, you know what I mean? You just don't hear this. And you know what he said? I would much rather play the Grizzlies in Portland. And I thought to myself, did Danny Green just say that? Like, did he know about the Winslow injury? And by the way, for me, for some reason, am I crazy? You know this team better for me than I do. But with Jonas, with JV down there, with Clark, what he's been doing, with the fact that Ja comes back and has put on 12 pounds of muscle, just everything that's going on with this team. Taylor Jenkins is now. It's not like he's a rookie coach anymore. I feel like they got something going. Are they looking way too much at just one individual who hasn't even played a deadgum game for the Grizzlies when they start talking about like other teams being better? And I know they opened up this whole thing for Zion or for Dame time, but dadgummit, don't you believe the Grizzlies are going to play the Lakers realistically in the first round of the playoffs?
I don't think they get swept. I mean,
I sure don't either.
They competed with the Lakers for 3 quarters in Los Angeles, had one bad quarter, cost them the game. They beat the Lakers at home. They got blown out by the Lakers the other time in Los Angeles. So they've shown they can compete with the best teams in the league. And, you talk about Taylor Jenkins not being a rookie anymore. John Morant's not a rookie anymore.
That's right.
And with Jaren Jackson back healthy and Brandon Clark back healthy, yeah, I think the Grizzlies could be a tough out for anybody because they play with, despite being a young team, they play with such a great confidence and play as such a unit together. I think the Grizzlies will definitely make the playoffs. I think they'll take on the Lakers, and I don't think it'll be a sweep. I think the intimidation of being at Staples Center, the intimidation of playing against the LeBron-led team and Anthony Davis, I think that's all out the window because of the situation that you're in the bubble. Now granted, the Lakers, you could say they'd have an advantage because they just have the best players, and that's what it's going to come down to. I think you can find advantages and disadvantages for every team in this environment, but I think the Grizzlies are going to make it tough on anybody that they play, and because they play with confidence, they can play so well together. If you talk about everybody from the head coach down to all the players, talked about the spirit of the team and the cohesiveness that they're having straight out of coming into the bubble and straight out of quarantine and how much they've gotten together. And I think that's been a big part of their success this year as well. Nice mix of veterans with young players, good depth on this team. The Winslow injury certainly hurts, but I think you still have really good depth on this team that could, health, depth, chemistry are all going to be huge in Orlando. And I think the Grizzlies have those things.
Man, that just makes me feel so good. Hey, I know you don't get this, but one day you will. 2 tacos and a left-handed cigarette. I know you got a show at 2:30 today. It's the Odd Couples coming up tomorrow. I hope you drop that bad boy. But I will say one thing. To the man who I've always looked up to as a journalist, but man, dude, I looked up to you as a father, and I appreciate you bringing on. Check out #Keegan Sports. You can follow at the Fish Nation. I tweeted out at Johnny_radio. I'm sure Gabe did the same thing at G_Coon71. You are the man, the myth, the living legend.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rob Fisher. You be blessed, brother.
Thank you for joining Keegan today. She had a lot of fun seeing you again and getting to interview you and talk a little baseball. So that was fun. Thank you for doing that.
Well, make sure you let me know what day you get a chance to have her in the car, and we'll be playing it live on Sports 56. You be good out there, Fish.
All right, Johnny.
That's my good buddy, Rob Fisher. We'll be back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, never forget Memphis Farmers. And, of course, that's right, MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at MemphisFarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Chad Gatlin is your Mid-South Farmers agent, and he's easy to find. Just go to MemphisFarmers.com to get a fast quote or call his office at 901-237-1176. And during this wild time we're all facing, know Chad has you covered. Whether you need to file a claim name, get a quote, or just talk about what he can do to give you the absolute best coverage at the best price. Chad is a Memphis man and knows the area and that everyone is different, and he will work to make sure you have everything you need and nothing you don't. Get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com or call 901-235-1176.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
I'm your pusher man. Hey, anybody on Facebook, by the way, welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour. By the way, you know you can follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. 2 FM channels, 96.1, 87.7 FM, and of course the original AM 560. But if you're following anybody on Facebook and maybe us, make sure you check out my buddy Cole Bass. For some reason, he decided to put up, do you know what every man gets around 45 years old, Mr. Coon?
Are you talking about a certain check?
Yeah.
They check you at
Mr.
the doctor's?
Jellyfingers.
Okay, come on now.
Dude, underneath there's so many funny. There's like, dude, did you leave him a tip? Did like, dude, the funniest thing I've ever seen on Facebook has to be Cole. You kidding? Like, why you put that on?
What'd he
Facebook?
say?
Dude, he's just hilarious.
Actually, can you not repeat it?
I cannot keep my license in this station. But I just want y'all to go look it up because it's absolutely clear. I love you, Cole Bass, and you are the funniest person in the history of the world. But now I have to bring this up. The last segment, I talked with my good friend Rob Fisher at The Fish Nation. And did a great thing today at 12 o'clock. We did Keegan Sports. We talked about baseball and all kinds of stuff. But if you heard me and Gabe in the leadoff, I'm so smooth, by the way. We did everything. Like, I did the team that I even talked about the Braves with Rob Fisher. But there's one team in the American League, because I said I'm going to give my American League team right before we go to break. And it's very simple. Gabe, you know him at first base. His name is Luke Voigt. Second base, it's DJ LeMahieu. Third base, Gio Ursula or Miguel Andujar. Let's say shortstop, Mr. Superman Gleyber Torres. Oh, DH, they call him I knock out Masahiro Tanaka, Giancarlo Stanton, and Brett Gardner in left field. Center field, Mr. I got hickeys on my neck, Aaron Hicks. And then the judge in right field, the tallest man in baseball, baller, shot caller. Well, kind of. Tallest right fielder, at least, dadgummit. That lineup, you talk about a murderer's row. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and I didn't mention one position for one reason. Because he is, out of all those guys, y'all are freaking out, but who's the best catcher that hits the baseball in all of baseball, and it's not even close?
His first name's not Dirty, but it's Gary Sanchez.
It's Dirty Sanchez. Oh, yeah, they call him Gary, but I call him Dirty. He is a Dirty Sanchez, that boy. And he hits bombs in that park. And you think about Dirty Sanchez, Luke Voigt, DJ's always on base, Gio doing his thing, Gleyber, Stanton hitting the ball hard off the bat, Gardner, going crazy, Brett Boone talking about how they're dead gum. What are they in the what are they in the box, Gabe? Do you remember this?
Savages?
Savages. That is exactly correct. I'm so proud of you.
Now, I got some Memphis news. Obviously, we talked about
Savages.
We talked about Justice Winslow being out for the year with a hip injury. Also, for the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational, Rory has now committed. That makes the top 8 players now committed to the FedEx St. Jude Invitational. That's Rory, Rahm, Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Webb Simpson, Brooks Koepka, DeChambeau, and Patrick Reed.
Now, that is great for Memphis, but y'all like guys that hit balls that move. Well, think about guys that throw balls that move. When you got starters in Garrett Cole, James Paxton, Masahiro Tanaka, J.A. Happ is number 4, and Jordan Montgomery number 5, by the way, who actually has been pretty good. And then you have a Aroldis Chapman, Zach Britton, another closer, Adam Ottavino, Tom Canale, and Chad Green. Damn, they nasty. So basically what I'm saying is, Dirty Sanchez, let's just be real, you nasties all get out. And that's why the Yankees this year might get number 28. Don't you dare touch that dial. I'm coming back. Sports 56, MemphisFarmers.com, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. Free timeless hits, free award-winning flicks. Free SVU, free SNL.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Free Below Deck, free Parks and Rec.
Treat yourself.
It's the best of streaming, the best of TV, and best of all, it's free.
All right!
And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Stream now at peacocktv.com. These titles plus E.T. and Do the Right Thing streaming now. Content availability may vary over time.
Hi, this is Jay Farner, CEO of Rocket Mortgage. Making the right financial decisions has never been more important. We can help guide you to those right decisions now, when they matter most. Mortgage rates are near historic lows, so when you call 8338-ROCKET or visit us at rocketmortgage.com to start your refinance, you'll be well on your way to saving money every month. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.375%, APR 3.59%. Right now could be a great time for you to take some positive financial steps forward with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage, which could give you the boost that you're looking for. In addition, we may be able to help you refinance with little or no out-of-pocket costs. At Rocket Mortgage, we're committed to every client, every time, no exceptions, no excuses, giving you the best mortgage experience. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn more.
Rates subject to change. Pay 1.875% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
All 75 months at 3.14 APR. G4 LHF 07822. Outlander LUO 28772. Eclipse LZO 16320. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 59875. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Drive your ambition with a new ride from Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $149 a month with 41 MPG Highway, or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport is ready for any adventure at $229 a month, or buy for $18,533. And cross over to summer in a 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, only $19,147 or $239 per month. And better yet, they're all backed by a stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4 $149 a month, Outlander Sport $229 a month, and Eclipse Cross $239 a month. Feel safe and confident while shopping at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Geico knows there are many reasons why you ride. From the thrill of the revving engine and pure adrenaline of flying down the highway, to the confidence of knowing that Geico always has your back with 24/7 access to claim service. But Ari Snyder has one reason in particular.
I have extremely large upper arms. They won't even fit into most shirts. Thankfully, biking really embraces vest culture, so I feel accepted.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines, Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee jet. Rich man, step on
my pole head. Get off my damn head, you rich man. Welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour with your good buddy Johnny Radio. Y'all know Gabe Kuhn, right? At G_KUHN 71. That's when he was back there snapping that ball for them Tigers back in the day. Oh, that's right. You follow me at Johnny_Radio because, well, I'm on the radio. But no, for real, check us out. And don't forget Sports 56 WHBQ, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and of course, Instagram. And again, I got to tell you something. As we get into Antonio Brown, and is he a Hall of Famer? Did I just ask you that question? Damn right I did. 901-360-8255 if you want to answer. 901-360-8255 if you want to rap with me and Gabe. 67129 is the text line. 67129, just send 56 JOIN to 67129. Bing, bang, boom. Get the bounce back. Save it. You're in like Flynn. You know what I'm saying? You're in like Flynn. You like that? Hey, isn't that a saying before I started working here?
It is. It is.
Yeah, I thought so. And I work for Dr. Flynn. That's pretty awesome. Dude, that is dope. That's karma, right? It's a paradox. I'm working here or something. I don't know, man. Bigger words than I know what to talk about. No, I'm just kidding with you. But no, we're going to make fun of Peter King because, dude, Peter King literally, like there's certain times that I've gone on this radio. I literally broke down and cried one time I made such a mistake. Did you know that? But guess what? I got off that damn cross. Do you know what I mean by that? There are times I've said things that I've come on the next day and said, hey, y'all remember what I said yesterday? I'm an idiot. There are times where you literally just have to stop. And I'm going to ask y'all to please tweet at Peter King. Send him an email if you got his damn email. If you have his telephone, dude, please, if you know his wife, is whatever's going on in his life, whoever's with him, call. He's got to get off this thing that Jared Stidham is going to start week 1. Because you know what he's not looking like? A person who is an NFL insider. He's looking like a bleeping lunatic who's trying to save months-old articles because he wrote them in Sports Illustrated and they've been published that he's like, Jared Stidham and Josh McDaniel are going to be like, what did he say? Peanut butter and jelly. Oh, yeah. Maybe cinnamon and sugar. Oh, so sweet. Stop it, Peter. Stop it. His name is Cam bleeping Newton. Okay? Other dude is named Jared Stidham. And by the way, I'm going to mess your head up really bad, Peter King. Did you know they actually went for at least a little while to the same damn college? Now, Newton took a hell of a route from stealing stuff to junior college to national championship. Stidham just had a dirty coach and a dirty university. He left and he went and played with Gus. And Gus was so bad he had to play 2 years with him and never got better. He was behind Tom Brady. And guess what? They still wouldn't got Cam Newton. Cam Newton is healthy. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a secret. You can kiss my you-know-what if you actually think that Jared Stidham is is going to, like, can I ask you a question? Do you think before he did that, do you think he read his old articles, or do you think he did a gigantic, just like, have you ever watched Breaking Bad where they had those bulbs and they heat those suckers up and you see those weirdos hit that stuff and they like fall out and they dissipate and they go all crazy and then they put something weird on Twitter and then they disappear for like 24 hours and you don't know what happened if they're dead or alive? Because I feel like that might have been Peter King today.
You know, there's some journalists that are just like really prideful, and Peter King is not an exception to that. Because like, wow, come on, man, why do you think they got Cam Newton, Peter? Like, what? Why do you think they got him? They're going to play him. They're going to give him the first chance to start.
I don't believe Cam Newton starts week 1.
I don't get that. I really don't.
They didn't have the same offseason. He hasn't learned Josh McDaniels' offense. Jared Stidham's perfect. He's mobile. He can throw it like Tom Brady. Do you ever do like when Peter King starts talking about like the Patriots quarterback, all I think about is that character on Saturday Night Live. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, somebody one day is going to like me and believe some of the BS I'm telling you. How come you're getting paid? Why do they call you the Monday morning quarterback? You have, like, since 1999, 1990-ish, 1989, maybe you started. I don't think I've read a damn thing that I agree with. Like, maybe that's good. I think you just, let's be real, you suck. Like, I don't know how a nicer way to say it. I've gone back and I went back and looked at his last 27 articles. I went this morning and went back and looked at them. His last 27 articles. Did a nice little, like, read over and stuff. From his BS on Jared Goff to his absolute BS on Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and then Jared Stidham, like, in 10 damn articles, being Josh McDaniels great, like the great one. To, by the way, you want to die on this cross that Patrick Mahomes isn't as good as people think? Go right ahead, Pete. Your articles are killing it. By the way, SI, any good NFL writers out there, do me a favor, apply. Because he's lost his damn mind. Do me a favor, call Nurse Ratchet, put 4 walls, get some Thorazine, and give it to freaking Peter King. I can't take it anymore, Gabe. I think he's crazy. You think I'm joking? I really think he's a lunatic.
I'm not. Look, and it sort of goes along the lines of when people talk about when people have these distinguished opinions on things. It's better than playing the middle ground, right? Because a lot of people are going to click on his articles because they're like, what the hell is he talking about?
Patrick Mahomes is a perfect 10-year extension.
That's the idea with Peter King as of late. I don't think I've disagreed with everything he's ever written. But as of late, he's been in the news for things that's just like...
I'll say 10% of that I've agreed with. Therefore, that means there's a lunatic in a padded wall that I bet you if I hung out with for a week, I might agree with 10% of some of the lunacy that comes out of his mind. I mean, he might be like, we faked the moon landing. The Illuminati is running the world. He might tell me that Kanye West is president. I'm like, damn, see, I told you. You got something maybe go close to correct. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you can find somebody that you might agree on something. You go back and look at some of the last few things, and I'm on it, by the way. I'm on Football America. Peter. I'm listening to Peter King's. I listened today to Peter King's training camp. Brother, I don't know if you just gotten old, lazy, fat on your name. Your training camp sounds like an AP press report. Or you read a Aaron Donald tweet. Or I remember people back in the day that would be like, I was hanging out with Archie, and then the next thing you know, Tiger hit me a ball, and I'm like, I caught that junt. And it happened to be on the same day that, our homie Bobby Bonilla got paid. And then the next thing you know, Bobby bought us all drinks, and we all met up at the thing. You know what I mean? Like, dude, seriously, have an original thought, write your own work, and stop being just stop being you. I don't like you, Peter. Hit me up at 67129.
The truth of the matter is, people make money off being a contrarian. That's sort of the Peter King effect right now with that article, with the Patrick Mahomes article. That's sort of what he's been doing lately. It's just completely
he's a complete contrarian.
Even though some of the contrarian fights he picks aren't even worth picking.
Can I ask you another one? The NFL's going to spend $75 million on COVID-19 testing. Can you believe that the players are even complaining? Dude, did you see that report? By the way, did you see that report? 'Cause I have not. I have seen them say that they have 3 testing locations. I have seen them say that they're going to test for 2 weeks every day, correct? Did they not say that, Gabe?
Yeah.
Okay, so where's this $75 million of COVID-19 testing? Where is all this protection that you're talking about? And again, you've been watching football for so long, and you don't think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback you've ever seen? Really? 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 Again, either your eyes are so bad that you have got to stop doing this, or, dude, if they're paying you to be a contrarian, I know a lot better a-holes than Peter King.
I wonder though. The big debate today is AB a Hall of Famer? I wonder which side of the coin he falls on.
And by the way, I want to ask you that one because is Antonio Brown? Because I'm going to ask you straight up, and I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to be a jerk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask you, Gabe Kuhn. I didn't give you any chance to prepare or get ready for this, so Google away. But I'm going to just tell you this: there's a dude who waited 3 years. His name was Terrell Owens, right? They didn't like him that much. Remember that? They couldn't stand him because, one, he was remember when he was doing sit-ups? When he was playing with the Eagles out in the driveway? Do you remember that at all? Remember when he was throwing popcorn in the middle
Wasn't he
of Dallas?
playing with the Cowboys when he was doing the sit-ups, though?
No, he was with the Eagles.
Oh, no, that's my quarterback. That's the Cowboys.
Dude, no, that's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback, man. You can cry for certain things, by the way. But, man, when you cry about my quarterback, man, it don't work. Now, I mean, if it was practice, now that would be kind of dope. But it wasn't no Iverson practice. It was you an idiot. Now the popcorn stuff I thought with T.O. was dope. But are you ready to hear this? How many touchdowns do you think Antonio Brown has in his career?
Let's see. He has 75.
Good job. He has exactly 75. I bring this up because T.O. waited, 3 years to get in? Remember, he bought himself his own Hall of Fame jacket? The writers waited 3 years to put T.O. in. Did you notice that? By the way, since 1990, how many wide receivers have been put in the Hall of Fame? It's 30 years. Only 10. Pretty shocking, huh? Wide receivers, it seems like you have to be dope as all get out to get in the Hall of Fame, does it not? So, I agree with that. Now, the other thing is, I mentioned his name is Antonio Brown. He has 75 touchdowns in his career. How many yards do you think Antonio Brown has?
Somewhere around 11,000.
He has 11,263. He has 841 receptions, and he played in 131 games. Listen to this, though. He might have been the most dominant player for maybe 4 seasons at wide receiver. He has 4 All-Pros. That's why I mentioned it. 4 seasons he was All-Pro. 4 seasons of 100 receptions and over 1,200 yards. That's dope. But think about this. He played in 131 games. He had 841 receptions, 11,263 yards, and 75 touches. T.O. took 3 years to get in. And believe it or not, who's a better human being, T.O. or Antonio Brown?
Come on, man.
No, I'm saying as a writer.
T.O.
Does T.O. have a rape allegation?
T.O.
Okay.
T.O.'s a better man. But
okay,
here's
I'm
the thing.
saying,
We have to.
I'm about to bring in the numbers. I even brought in the numbers. So I just gave you Antonio Brown's numbers.
We'll talk about the numbers, but we also need to add nuance to this conversation, though, after you bring up the numbers.
Okay, I'm going to bring up the numbers because they're embarrassing. Antonio Brown can't hold T.O.'s jock. 75 touchdowns to 153. That's more than double, yo. More than double in only 90 more games. In 90 more games, he doubled him.
He also
in 131 games, Antonio Brown only scored 75. So he also had another 5,000 yards receiving. He had 1,078 receptions compared to 841. I'm sorry, T.O.'s numbers are so much better than Antonio Brown's. It's not even funny. By the way, just so you know, T.O. showed out with a basically broken ankle on the Eagles on Super Bowl Sunday like a madman. Like I never seen a man play
Okay,
like that.
let's argue numbers then. T.O. played 6 more seasons. Also, if you go statistically,
by the way, that's a good thing.
if you go, yes, it is, and I think that's where Antonio Brown gets left out of the Hall of Fame because of his longevity of his career, unless he comes back and balls out again, which I don't see in the near future, especially since he said he's retired, which I don't really buy fully. But we'll see what the deal is.
He ain't getting back.
But when you talk about the top 3 seasons that Antonio Brown had in his career, he's killing Terrell Owens.
Okay, so
his top 3 seasons are way better than Terrell Owens' top 3 seasons.
Top 3 seasons, and again, and this is what I'm going to try to explain.
I mean, season to season, he's better. Just truthfully, T.O. had 1 year where he caught 100 balls. AB, how many times did he have 100 catches?
Tell me where tell me how many times did AB have more touchdowns than AB had more touchdowns than T.O.? I think it's called scoring, isn't it?
What about it?
Isn't scoring touchdowns like the most important thing? Did T.O. not score more touchdowns per game? Than,
I think that's all in the eye of the beholder. I think Antonio Brown was reliable. I think Antonio Brown.
Who has less drops per season? It's Terrell Owens. I'm looking at it right now. Antonio Brown, yes, he was thrown more balls, but he doesn't have more yards. He was thrown more ball, has more drops, and he doesn't have as many damn touchdowns.
Okay, in that case, then why is Antonio Brown's career catch percentage higher than Terrell Owens? Terrell Owens at 57%, Antonio Brown at 65%. I'm just trying to say, look, Antonio Brown, the longevity's not going to get him in there because he didn't play long enough. I think the 9 years were fantastic while he was in the league. I also think him being a doofus is going to keep him out. But when you look at some of the greatest receivers of all time, Antonio Brown's numbers have to be in there. You have to consider him.
Again,
as far as talent goes.
4 seasons. No. Again, he had 4 seasons that I said Jerry Rice didn't even have. Or I might not have said it, but he had 4 of the greatest seasons ever. But 4 seasons don't make you a damn Hall of Famer, especially if you don't win a Super Bowl, especially if your attitude sucks.
Yeah, and I'm with you there. But 7 of 9 years,
by the way,
when you catch for over 1,000 yards,
10 people in 30 years have made 10 wide receivers in 30 actually 2 years have made it to the Hall of Fame. My man, who has 78 more touchdowns, 78
in 6 more seasons,
in 78 in 6 more seasons. In 9 seasons, Antonio Brown's only has 75.
In 6, look,
Again,
Antonio. My whole point here is Antonio Brown. His career is too short. It's too short.
He's not getting in, and I can't even believe that you even.
I'm trying to tell you, stat to stat, man. When you look at Terrell Owens versus Antonio Brown, if they were in the league at the same time, Antonio Brown's the better receiver. Antonio Brown's the guy you want on your team day in, day out. That's truth of the matter. Now, his character is definitely the question, but it wasn't a question until, last year? We didn't really deal with the Antonio Brown drama until he left Pittsburgh.
All right, can I just explain something to you? How long did Isaac Bruce wait to get into the Hall of Fame? He's 5th all-time in yards receiving. 5th all-time. 5th. I just want you to hear what I just said. 5th all-time. Antonio Brown is 35 bleeping spots below him. And Isaac Bruce barely got in. By the way, who had more touchdowns, Antonio Brown or my man Isaac Bruce?
Isaac.
Okay. 91 touchdowns.
But again, we need to have this conversation about longevity, and I think
that
the longevity
he
of
longer. He only played 4 more seasons.
Isaac Bruce played 16 years.
14 years.
He played 14 years with the Rams.
Wait, are you going to count 2 years where he had 7 damn receptions?
I mean, he started okay, fine.
San Francisco.
He started 7 games his last year, but he started 15 the year before that. So fine, let's say 15 years.
Anyway,
that's still
point
6
is,
more seasons.
Again, it doesn't like that isn't even the point. I'm just trying to say, look how long. All I'm trying to explain to you is, look how long Isaac Bruce waited. Look how you keep talking about receivers like they just throw wide receivers in the Hall of Fame all the damn time. Jerry Rice is a Hall of Famer easily. Terrell Owens is 3rd. By the way, he was just so you know, Larry Fitzgerald just passed him. He was 2nd at the time when he was up for Hall of Fame for receptions and touchdowns, okay? 2nd, and it took him 3 years to get in because he's an a-hole. Antonio Brown's a bigger a-hole. He doesn't have half the stats. And again, Terrell Owens is number 3. Number 2, Antonio Brown is like 35, 50, 40. And you think, hold on, Keenan McCardell is Rod Smith, Musi Muhammad. Oh my gosh. Do you know Mohamed Sanu has more damn? I mean, you're telling me you really think like Antonio Brown?
No. I'm not saying he'll make it. He'll get into the Hall of Fame. What I'm trying to tell you though is, don't be so quick to dismiss what this guy did in his career. Don't be quick to dismiss it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Is Jimmy Smith? Is he in the Hall yet? I'm just curious because Jimmy Smith's got a lot more. I mean, he did.
So he's a better player than Antonio Brown. Are we doing this?
I mean, I'm just telling you.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's okay, like, don't be so quick to dismiss what Antonio Brown did. This guy caught for 1,800 yards in a season. This guy caught for 1,600 yards. My God. He had 4 first-team All-Pro selections in 9 years.
4.
He had 7 Pro Bowls in 9 years.
Okay, I'm going to.
He caught for 7 1,000-yard seasons
Jones
in 9 years.
Just as good as him when he was playing. I mean, are you just saying that he was so head and above over those 4 seasons that he's going to get in? That's what I'm trying to say. Is
Julio Jones is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I know, because Julio Jones has. Well, a hell of a
longevity.
lot more yards, more touchdowns.
It's the longevity,
believe it or not, which I can't believe it because Julio Jones can't do jack. He doesn't have more touchdowns. I'm sorry, I didn't think he did. He has a hell of a lot more yards, and he's going to keep playing, and he's going to end up passing him. And Julio's going to keep doing his thing down in the schoolyard. And I haven't even said Julio's in yet. I mean, Julio's actually played a lot less than I even thought. Again, Randy Moss, he was in like Flynn. Jerry Rice was in like Flynn. Tell me those other wide receivers that just were in like Flynn.
You want me to answer that?
Yes, I'm just asking you. Like, who else did you just say, damn it, once he gets out of this league? I know. I mean, Tim Brown, because of the punt returning, the longevity. Maybe, again, do you know even the list of Hall of Famers? I'm going to have to pull this up because I don't even know the list of Hall of Famers, wide receivers, but it sure isn't long. And that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Again, I how many times I have to say, I don't think because of the longevity of his career he's in, but if he would have had more years doing having the production he had in his career, he would have been a no-doubter. Not even a question.
That's also again, I'm not trying to be an a-hole when I say that. That's like me when I was talking with Keegan today.
But
I said my favorite baseball player in the world was Bo Jackson because of what I saw at AAA.
But are you going to?
Bo Jackson was the greatest baseball player I've ever seen. He was the greatest football player. He was the greatest athlete I'd ever seen because he was the greatest athlete and he got injured. I can't throw him in the Hall of Fame in the NFL just because he got hurt. And I can't throw Antonio Brown in the Hall of Fame just because he's an a-hole.
I agree. I agree with that. But I don't want – the problem I have with this is we cannot dismiss how great he was.
Oh, see,
we cannot.
I mean, he doesn't have any championships. He was a bigger pain in the you-know-what than he was. Listen.
T.O. didn't have championships.
Again, I didn't say he did, and that's why it took him 3 years.
The championship, that's a different conversation.
It's a different championship. But what I'm saying is, did he help make his teammates around him better? Did he make his quarterback better? Yes, maybe you could say on the field this. But Ben Roethlisberger sure as hell didn't miss him, didn't like him very much. Wasn't like he was fighting to keep him.
You don't think Big Ben missed him. You don't think that team missed him.
Was he fighting to leave it? Was he fighting
Juju
to keep
had
him?
he went from top of the game to very middle of the pack.
Did he fight to keep him?
No.
All right, so there's the.
It's not my point. It's not the point, though. We're talking.
No,
we're talking about
really
statistics. You brought up statistics.
No,
I'm telling you, what statistics
I'm telling
are.
you, the sidelines. Listen, what they've showed on the sidelines. He was suspended. If they won one game, they got in the playoffs, and because he was such an a-hole, they suspended him. You do remember that, right?
I do.
So is that a Hall of Fame character? Because that's one thing I was going to remind you.
No, I never argued that he was a Hall of Fame character.
But
Ever.
You're still arguing like we need to look at him as hey, we need to look at him like, hey, he was close, or hey.
I think he surely is close.
Really? See,
if he would have, if he wouldn't have absolutely lost his mind last year, and he would have been in the league. We saw what he did in one game with the Patriots last year: 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a TD. He was ready, and he kept on that same production. I'm just trying to say, if he wouldn't have had these self-inflicted wounds, it may be a different conversation.
Is Deshaun Jackson a Hall of Famer? Because he sure as hell has the same almost damn numbers. Don't even go there.
Let me get a look
it's a
here.
Different year. Yeah,
Let me get a look.
He's got 600 receptions.
Let me get a look.
10,420 yards and 55 touchdowns. And guess what? He's still playing in the damn league.
Yeah, he is.
And he's going to keep adding to that. And I sure as hell don't think of Deshaun Jackson as a Hall of Famer.
But then again, he played for long. He's played for longer, and he has less stats.
No. He
has 55 touchdowns to Antonio Brown's 75. He has 10,000 to Antonio Brown's 11,000.
He has 2
and he's
years.
played more.
Listen, you're not even listening. You're not going to let. He has 2 of the greatest yards per reception average in the history of the year. He's number 1 and number 2. He's still not a Hall of Famer. He averaged 22.5 yards. He had 1,332 yards. I mean, dude.
Doesn't have a single year where he caught for over 100 receptions, ever. Not once.
Wow, and that's even more impressive that he had. What are you talking about?
Not once.
That's what I'm saying. So he had 1,332 yards. And again, like I said, let's
have this conversation. Is Deshaun Jackson, Deshaun Jackson a better receiver than Antonio Brown?
I don't think so, but I don't think they're much that far
like
off.
we're making these comparisons as if Antonio Brown was not the best receiver in the game for 3 or 4 years.
I would have taken Julio Jones. I would have taken a lot of people over Antonio Brown. I would have.
Okay. I mean that's
your.
You
don't think Larry Fitzgerald was a better NFL football player and a locker room guy?
Of course he was.
So
of course he was. Wide receiver statistics. When you look at these statistics and what he meant to that wide receiving corps in Pittsburgh, Antonio Brown was fantastic.
Mike Evans is a beast.
He was great.
I'm just saying.
He was literally the epitome He was the epitome from 2013 to 2017 of greatness.
I'm glad
in the NFL as a wide receiver.
When you have, again, a couple good years, you're not a Hall of Famer. We'll be back. Never forget, MemphisFarmers.com. My friend Chad Gatlin, Sports 56. I got Hardwood. Don't forget why, because it feels so dead good. Oh, and we got weirdo stuff to talk about. This is 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
I hate Tom's Tulip Shop. It just smells so flowery. Like we get it, you're a flower shop. You don't need to remind us.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
I needed a fake plant. They don't sell fake plants. Thanks for nothing, Tom.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Then he says, have a great day. I'll decide what kind of day to have.
Get a quote online today at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Central Barbecue is committed to the health and safety of this community, who has supported Central for almost 20 years. Central Barbecue is still open for business, with to-go and delivery options to serve the greater Memphis area, with the same great barbecue you have come to know and love. With 4 locations to serve you, from downtown, midtown, and East Memphis, you can order your favorite barbecue and enjoy everything on the menu in the comfort of your own home. Call your nearest Central Barbecue location for more information on delivery and to-go options today.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles, when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemembrace.com.
Dedicated our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
Hi folks, Jeff Jackson, General Manager at Sunrise Collierville. Thinking about a new or used car or truck and not sure where to get the most for your money? Think no more. Sunrise Collierville's 31st annual tent sale is going on now, with the largest selection of vehicles in the Mid-South to choose from, and factory rebates up to $8,000 and discounts up to $10,000. Bad credit, bankruptcy, slow pay, it's okay. Here at Sunrise, we specialize in secondary financing. If you got a job, you're approved at Sunrise Collierville, the #1 Chevrolet Buick GMC dealership in the Mid-South, the home of the guaranteed credit approval. See us online at sunrisecollierville.com.
For streaming, creating, gaming, and more, power your passions for less during Dell's exceptional Cyber Savings event. Enjoy up to $400 off stunning laptops like the XPS and next-level Alienware systems, redefining what's possible with 10th Gen Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy free shipping on everything. Don't forget to ask for Intel when you call 800 by Dell. That's 800 by Dell.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Big woolly mammoth. Gonna wear that coat. Welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a blessed day. I got people working on my house, Gabe. At G_Coon 71's in the house with me. We've been arguing for a little bit. Not really arguing, but we like to do that to go back and forth. Talking Antonio Brown. The reality is this man who all of a sudden said, by the way, we brought this up because he's going to retire because it's not worth it anymore. Yep, it's just too damn dangerous out there.
The risk of being on a free agent is too much for him.
I swear, man. Antonio Brown, I will say this, though, Gabe. If he wasn't a lunatic, as talented as he is, he'd be a Hall of Famer if he just played three more seasons.
That's what I'm trying to say. The guy, if he just wouldn't have self-destructed, if he wouldn't have self-destructed, he'd have been
Trey
fine.
Mason is in some, and I hate to be mean because you know how much trouble Trey's in, but Trey's somewhere looking at Antonio saying, damn, he's crazy.
I can't even. I'm laughing, but I don't
You're
know.
laughing, but you're like, oh, that's not very
sad.
nice. Brandon Marshall's taking care of him. Don't worry. We all care about these things. We want mental health. I go to see a shrink, so I hope you understand my joking about stuff like that is very lighthearted, and we all need mental health, just like we all need right now to end what? COVID-19. This is not a joke. This is a series of heart attack. Talk about a man who knows how to do a transition. That is right. That's me. I might be rude in 1 minute, but the next thing you know, I'm going to tell you the truth in the other, and I'm going to tell you something. Mental health, I'm very serious. We all need that. I go see a shrink all the time. In fact, every Thursday. What's today? Tuesday, right? 2 more days, baby. You'll see me. What's up, Doc? But I'll tell you this. All you have to do is call 866-NCV-19, 866-NCV-19, and realistically, we can end COVID-19. We can help fight COVID-19. Right now at Plasma Biologicals, if you call this number and you set up an opportunity to go in, you'll get compensated for your time. You can show up like every, I think is it 10, 11 days? I can't remember exactly, but it's somewhere in there depending on like your health and your blood, but it isn't long. It ain't like giving blood where you have to wait 52 to 56 days to go back and donate. Plasma, you can donate every other week, at least every 11 days. I know that. And again, all you have to do is call 866-END-CV19. That's 866-NCV19, COVID-19. If you have had COVID-19, they are going to pay you out the frame. This is called convalescent plasma. It is saving people's life left and right. Like the shrink keeps me on the radio, this is keeping and helping people get out and seeing their families again. And I honestly, you get compensated for your time, but you really are a hero. And I'm not joking, and I'm not saying this in any other, I'm not trying to like if you read Freddie Freeman and what happened with him during COVID-19, you would understand how serious this is. If you're one of the lucky people who are, asymptomatic or had a mild version and you have healed, please call biological plasma at 866-NCV19. I promise if you do this, you can help everybody watch football, baseball, basketball, and you can just help your community. Check them out. Biological plasmas, 866-NCV19. And let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Whoa! Let me tell you a little secret about many, many things that are going down in this world. Now, I got to admit something to you. It's going to be very difficult for me. Are you ready for this? LeBron James took a lot of heat this week, in the last 2 days especially, and he said he heard it. And I didn't know that LeBron James heard anything. I always hear about, what is it, Zero Dark 20 or something? Is that a movie or something?
Zero Dark 30 is.
Oh, that's a movie? What, have you ever,
Yes.
he goes Zero Dark 23 or something? Or anyway, you know what I'm talking. You've heard it? You haven't heard that? Where I'm going into my Jason Bourne identity. I'm going to become a ninja, and I'm going to win me a championship. LeBron's made it when he was in the East. He made it to the finals. He had a condo. But people said he couldn't win it in the West. Well, I went back and looked at some stuff, and you know what? I have fought Gabe tooth and nail about how much better.
No way this is happening. Let's
not
mark the
kidding.
day.
No,
It's
no.
July 21st, 2020.
foremost,
Are you
no.
going to give LeBron credit?
First and foremost, MJ's better. Number
Okay,
one, I
but
wanna
it's
make sure
July
that.
21st, 2020. I knew you were going to stick to MJ, but are you giving LeBron credit? I will mark this day if you are.
LeBron James has changed the way that people see athletes.
July 21st. Wow, this is a historic day here on Sports 56 Happy Hour.
Yep. LeBron James has done as much for basketball, and I never thought anybody could because of the be like Mike, I'm going to be like Mike. The fact that we didn't have Twitter and he became a global phenomenon. And it just spread like wildfire because, damn it, he was so good. But in this day of where one false tweet, and yes, China could have cost him, but one misstep, one stupid arrest, one Kardashian, slip up and fall into a Chloe, and next thing you know, you're in that dark hole, or you're trying to figure out how the heck to get out, and you're Kanye West. He's probably asking you to be his running mate. I don't know. But you don't want that to happen because what happens to you? You're not the champion. Michael Jordan was personified for one thing. Damn it, he was a winner. Straight up winner. And the one thing is, he was obsessed with winning, obsessed with his image, obsessed with winning, obsessed with his image. LeBron James does it in a different way. He's not a killer like Mike. But he's more of a facilitator than Michael Jordan ever was. He's also more of a thinking man. He's done it in a very different way, and he's not only said himself, Michael Jordan, one of the greatest businessmen of all time. He's one of the richest people ever. I went and saw this thing where it shows the people who have made the most money every year, and still, Michael Jordan for the last decade has been in the top 3 every single damn year. How you like that? Dude knows how to make some money. But LeBron James, Maverick Carter, with what they're doing with television, with what they're doing with their image, with what he's doing on the court, with what he's doing with the new thing off the court, with he's playing MJ basically in that Bugs Bunny show. What's it called? Looney Tunes basketball. What's it called? I never watched
Space
it.
Jam.
Space Jam, yeah. Why is it called Space Jam? Isn't Bugs Bunny in it?
Because it's the Monstars. The Monstars are aliens, right? That
I love aliens.
They steal.
Unidentified. Shout out.
They steal the talents of some of the best NBA stars. And they take them.
Luis Elizondo. Better watch out. He worked at A-Tip. I don't know if you just stay away from the tip. I've heard, but listen to A-Tip and trust me.
Either way, I have just marked down the date and time that you just gave LeBron James credit.
Well, I have to say this. I think
July 21st, 2020 at 2:39
you're gonna laugh at
p.m.
me.
We have come a long way.
All right, here's why I say this. By the way, one, I think he got robbed this year. They give it to Giannis, but Giannis did this in the East, man. The East is weak. What he did, I think, is absolutely sensational, nasty. And the other thing is, I don't want to see him as a forward. I think he's the first team all guard, and I think it should be actually. Sorry, my kinfolk, you're out, Mr. Harden. I think it should be the best two guards, number 1 and number 2, LeBron James, Luka Doncic. Do you think I'm crazy for that? I like Anthony Davis at center. I like the Greek Freak as your forward. And do you know who else I like as your other forward? Kawhi Leonard. Who the hell else? Now, does that not make sense to you?
It does. It does.
So,
Luka
the reason I bring this up is I brought the 5 best.
I'm into Luka. I like
Luka.
Luka.
Point is, I brought the 5 best. Basically, you can argue those 5 is the best. The reason I want to bring this up is the end of my argument. How much better is LeBron James than all of them, in all honesty, and how many years has he been better?
Whole career.
Longevity has something to do with this. We had this argument with Antonio Brown. I love Michael Jordan. He played a little baseball for a while. I'm sorry that he left and went and played baseball. It ain't my damn fault. Did he win when he played? When he wasn't playing baseball? Damn right he did. Once he got past the Pistons, it was OV for the National Basketball Association. But the problem is Mike, yes, he had a pretty damn long career. That whole Wizard stuff was BS in my opinion. So I don't even count anything past 98, to be honest with you. 2001 to 2003. That's just Stadden, like Pat's, let me get some more buckets. Let me, whatever. I don't know what the hell you were doing with Washington. But what I'm telling you is when Mike was Mike was the best and he was a killer. But he took off time to play baseball. And he did it from 84 to 98. And I look at LeBron James's numbers. And this is what I was talking about with Antonio Brown. LeBron James, have you seen his numbers? Like, honestly.
Off the charts.
They are so good. They are the only thing close to Wilt Chamberlain. I'm serious. I ain't talking about the 20,000. I'm talking about basketball. He just is going to keep adding and padding and statting and playing. And since 2003, when the young kid came in, it's 2020. I don't see him slowing down. He still wants to play with his kid, I believe. We're going to get more years out of him. And do you know how many years we've already gotten? 16. Think about what I just told you. I love you, MJ. You still are number 1 to me. But man, there's still a difference between 13 season with Chicago, taking a little time off, and I don't even count the 2 years with Washington. So, LBJ, while you still balling and doing your thing, go win you a couple more rings, get one here in this bubble, get you an MVP. Giannis, stop it. Let's stop this stuff, people. Give it to LBJ. And idiots like me, it's time to tip of the cap and say that the greatest of my generation when I was a child was Michael bleeping Jordan. But the reason LeBron James is going to be like Michael Jordan is because there's nobody else that's comparative. It's kind of like also the reason Antonio Brown ain't going to get his ass in the Hall of Fame, period. Because he didn't play long enough. You were good for 4 years, but not long enough. And wide receivers don't even get in. Antonio ain't getting in. You're a lunatic. LeBron James, you might be the smartest man that's ever stepped. Like, when he put his foot on that court, I don't know if this man's made a false step since other than the China situation, has Michael Jordan ever made a mistake? I mean, LeBron James. Like, one where people were freaking out.
No. I have to say, man.
You're shocked. I know.
What a Hardenwood. I did not know we were going this direction today. I closed my notes up, man. I have nothing for you today.
Dude.
This Hardenwood, we just have to leave it at this. Like, I think that's like you giving LeBron credit.
LeBron, I feel you, brother. And by the way, Jared Stidham, Peter King, you're still a joke. Cam Newton's going to have that job so fast. Stop writing stupid stuff. You're a contrarian, and you're not even good at it. Sports 56, never forget Chad Gatlin, my very good friend at MemphisFarmers.com, Auto, Home, Life, Business. Give him a call. Why? Because he's the best in the business. He's Memphis born. He's Memphis bred. He's a Memphis man till he's dead, but he has the power of farmers behind him. Just give him a call, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. He will love you, and you will love him back, but he will also always be there for you when you need him most. That's MemphisFarmers.com, my good friend at Chad Gatlin. This is Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 96.1 FM and 87.7 FM.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BICEP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help get you back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BICEP to 42424. That's BICEP to 42424.
I hate Tom's Tulip Shop. It just smells so flowery. Like we get it. You're a flower shop. You don't need to remind us.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
I needed a fake plant. They don't sell fake plants. Thanks for nothing, Tom.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial auto and business insurance.
Then he says, have a great day. I'll decide what kind of day to have.
Get a quote online today at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
America's ready to get back to work, but to win in the new economy, you need NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite surveyed hundreds of business leaders and assembled a playbook of top strategies. As America reopens for business, receive your free guide, 7 actions businesses need to take now. And schedule your free product tour, too, at netsuite.com/herd, netsuite.com/HERD. For streaming, creating, gaming, and more, power your passions for less during Dell's exceptional Cyber Savings Event. Enjoy up to $400 off stunning laptops like the XPS and next-level Alienware systems, redefining what's possible with 10th Gen Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy free shipping on everything. Don't forget to ask for Intel when you call 800 by Dell. That's 800 by Dell.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back in a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your very good friend, Johnny Radio. I hope y'all know Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71, me at Johnny_Radio. And I'll tell you something, don't forget Sports 56 WHBQ, because we live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. Big thanks to @TheFishNation. That's right, a.k.a. Rob Fisher, a.k.a. No, it's Rob Fisher, a.k.a. the nicest boots on planet Earth. I did forget to ask him something. I'm very upset. And I don't know if I think I mentioned it, but then I didn't get to talk to him much about it. Who do you think has the better shoe game? Is it Rob Fisher or is it our friend? Oh my God, the young lady over at 24. My brain just went dead for 2 seconds. What happened?
Chelsea Chandler.
Chelsea. Why did I lose my brain for a minute? The beautiful, lovely Chelsea Chandler over at 24. Now, who has the better shoe game? Do you think it's Fish or do you think it's Chelsea?
You have an opinion on this.
No, I'm actually struggling because I just noticed she's always, you usually see her on TV just like Rob, and it's always from the waist up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, the best part of their outfit is their shoes and nobody sees it. But she's been doing a good job lately of showing her shoes on her Twitter feed. Well, by the way, I know Fish. I see his shoe game. Ain't nobody got blue suede shoes like Rob Fisher. So I'm basically kind of wondering, man, Rob, you got a dope, I think Rob has the best shoe game in Memphis. I think she beat you because, let's just be real, she beat you. But I bring this up because did you see my man who had 90 pair of Nikes? 90 pair
Wait,
of
who are
Nikes?
you talking about, PJ Tucker or something? Who you talking about?
Yes.
Well, he brought them all to the I was like, what do you need them for the bubble?
I want to
He's
ask
a
you
shoe.
something.
He's like a no. He spends like a lot of money on shit.
Can I ask you something? Let's be real. 90 pair of shoes. How many outfits did he bring is my question. That's the question that I just wanted to know. Because if you bring 90 pair of shoes, do you know how hard it is to make me to decide on what I want to eat when I go out to dinner? Seriously. Could you imagine if you gave my colorblind self 90 pair of shoes to look at and try to figure out which one I'm going to wear tonight? I'd be like, damn. Honey, I need some help. Why? Can I ask you something? Why would you do that? Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Or is nobody crazy? We all crazy? You have to help me out on this one.
PJ?
Yeah.
Would I do that? Would I bring that many shoes to a No.
No, I'm just saying, could you even understand
having that many? No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so that does
no chance. Well, if I was rich, I guess, but I would probably spend it elsewhere.
Well, can I ask you a question like this? This is where I'm trying to get to. Is it hard for you to make a decision?
No,
really?
Believe it or not, I'm pretty decisive, man. I'm pretty decisive.
Okay, see, I only got 4 pair of shoes. And if my girlfriend doesn't lay them out for me, if she doesn't lay my outfit out for me, I have a nightmare of a day.
She dresses you?
Yes, she dresses me. She puts my clothes out every day. You didn't know that?
Gosh.
I'm colorblind,
That is so
you idiot.
cute. Oh.
Yes, I am special
Yeah,
needs.
but
don't be making fun
You
of
can just
me.
ask her what color the shirt is.
Dude,
or
is
like
she
the
my
short...
wife or what? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm colorblind. I'm dependent on her. I do things for her. Like, for real. But, like, I just want you to know. Like, she only has to pick between 4 pairs of shoes. I probably got, like, what? You only see me in usually Sports 56 shirts usually. But I got, like, maybe 10 pair of shorts, 5 pair of jeans, maybe 20 shirts outside of Sports 56, and 4 pairs of shoes. And I would have a meltdown if I had to decide how to put those together. If I had 90 pair of shoes, I'm going to tell you right now, Gabe, I would need to be locked up, medicated. And if you didn't have straight up AK-47, Northern Lights, Afghani Super Skunk, anything you can think of, the best sticky icky on planet Earth, I would be straight up not having fun in the bubble. It wouldn't be the greatest place on earth. I'd be looking at all those shoes going, I don't even know how to get out of my damn closet. Thank God I don't have 90 shoes. But I can tell you one thing I do. I have Brett Norsworthy. I have Dave Lotion, and I have Sports Time to drive you home from 3 to 6. Don't forget, baseball's happening on Thursday. Thank you, Rob Fisher. For Gabe Kuhn, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace!
We are real sports talk.